Hi, welcome back to my Allen Bradley PLC test bench. This is video number 5 in the 1756 wiring arm series. In this video I'm going to do a real quick discussion on the difference between wiring your own wiring arms using either the method I've showed you or any particular way that you like, and using the Allen Bradley IFM pre-wired system. Now the very first thing that comes to mind is cost. At this point in 2022, in April, I'm assembling and selling the wiring arms that I do for about $110 with a 3-meter length on them. That's Canadian dollars. Now, Allen Bradley makes their IFM arms and IFM termination blocks and sells them for in excess of around $300 Canadian, I think, for the two of them together. Depending upon, they'll have this thing where they, if you buy a whole bunch of stuff, we'll give you better prices. If you buy a little bit of stuff, we'll gouge you. So this is why I prefer my own pre-made arms, now that I sell to the customers, or when I used to work in the sawmills up north. It's a cost saving. It keeps the tradesmen very busy, and everybody has a sense of ownership in their jobs. So having an engineer tell you that you need to have 16 gauge or 14 gauge, as you'll see in the video in the next portion here, the IFM cables are done with 22 gauge, whereas what I was just putting together and you were looking at is 18 gauge. So you get a lot better quality out of doing it yourself. That's just my opinion. So anyhow, we'll get swung around here. I've got two arms on the bench that we'll have a look at and do a quick overview that way, and there we are, done. Okay, so here's the two arms. Here's the one that you saw me build in the other video with our 18 gauge and 3-meter length, which is 10 feet, or however you want to look at it. This one, this is the way I got it. It came with an extended cover rather than a standard cover. It's done with a 9-pair 22 gauge wire. So any of you that are in engineering sort of jobs that say, oh, we've got to have 14 or 16 gauge, that's the way it is, Allen Bradley supplies them with 22 gauge in all of the arms that they manufacture. So there's nothing wrong with using 18 gauge or even 20 gauge if you want. So looking at it, this is an 1492 cable 025WB. I'm not sure what all those numbers mean. And that plugs into this metal hood into something like this. This one is for a Slick 500 system, and this is a 40 fused. So you can get fused terminals from Weedmuller, Phoenix, any of the manufacturers that would take up less space than this in your termination strip. If you were just doing a input card where you've got your neutral on the 4 terminals, and which is what this one originally was, neutral, 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 and I inputs, you can get stacked terminals like this and stacked on the other side, which take up half that space. And especially for, like, on the 36-pin arm that I just finished wiring in the last video, again, you've got lots of space to work with. So looking at them, and these cables are never the right length in any project I've seen unless it's specifically laid out on how you bend the wire around and everything else and get it in there. You've always either got tight cables or cables that are way too long for the application. This way you're 100% custom to your application. So what it comes down to, I'm obviously in favor of building my own arms. These are not really a time saver, because if you have to put it in, say like that, wire, and then your field wiring goes on there. You now need a larger cabinet to put it in. And yes, your fusing is all down here, but you can do fusing in any term strip, like I say, from any manufacturer. So there we go. There's my thoughts on those. And again, what I'll do here is take, and these are the jumper bars. Now, I'm all out of the Weidmuller one because I used it up in the previous video. So here we go. So, okay, this one, and this one are direct from Allen Bradley. And you can take it, they got little serrations in there, you can bust them off to whatever length you need. These ones are by Phoenix, and they're really nice, but they only come in 5s and 10s. This one, perfect spacing compared to these, as you can see, really nicely shaped. It says made in the USA in the one end, but there's no manufacturer's name. If somebody knows who made this one, really like to know, because this is perfect size, even compared to the Weidmuller ones that I showed you earlier, the 1, 5, 7, 9, and then 6 zeros. That fits in there very nicely. But like I say, these ones are even a better fit if we could find out who made them, but I have no idea. These are Phoenix, these are Allen Bradley. So there we go. Hopefully I didn't bore you to death, and you got a couple of giggles out of me working on it. Thanks a lot. Come again if you want to see some more videos, and if you'd really like to, you can subscribe, and I'd really appreciate it. Thank you very much, and have a great day.